The Los Angeles Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs ruled the NBA in the 2000s, with NBA legends like Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and Tim Duncan dominating the scene over others. But still, there were many other great teams that went up against these beasts, but sadly, were left forgotten. In this video, we're going to list the 10 best NBA teams in the 2000s who never won a championship. Up first, the Portland Trail Blazers in 1999 to 2000. Despite having a squad full of players well past their peak, such as Scottie Pippen and Steve Smith, Portland came with a quarter of reaching the NBA Finals. They finished with the league's second-best record, good for the number 2 seed in the West Conference. Rasheed Wallace averaged 16.4 points per game and was the only Trailblazer to be named to the All-Star squad. The Trailblazers led the Los Angeles Lakers 75-60 with 10 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. But they went cold and missed their next 13 attempts, allowing the Lakers to go on a 15-0 run and finally tie the game. The Lakers then sealed the deal with 40 seconds remaining. Kobe Bryant threw the ball to Shaquille O'Neal, who dunked it with so much force, giving the Lakers an 85-79 advantage. The Lakers then went on to win against Indiana in Game 6 and took the title home. Up next, the Philadelphia 76ers in 2000 to 2001. In the 2000-2001 season, Philadelphia won their first 10 games and earned the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Allen Iverson became one of the league's top players as he led the league by averaging 31.1 points per game and won MVP that season. Philadelphia's postseason run was something to watch, though. They faced Toronto's Vince Carter in the second round. Carter and Iverson traded 50-point efforts and three-pointers in one of the best NBA playoff duels ever. The 76ers went on to beat Toronto and then Milwaukee in 7 games each. In the finals, the 76ers were massive underdogs against the defending champions, the Lakers. In Game 1, Philadelphia didn't back down, and Iverson ended up scoring 48 points as the 76ers triumphed 107-101 in overtime. Unfortunately, this would be their final taste of victory against the Lakers, as Philadelphia lost the following 4 games in the series in 5. Coming up, the Sacramento Kings. By 2002, the rivalry between Sacramento and Los Angeles had developed into one of the NBA's most heated rivalries ever. The Kings had clinched the Western Conference's top seed after winning a franchise record 61 games during the regular season. Peja Stojakovic and Chris Webber were both a part of the All-Star squad. Webber scored 24.5 PPG, grabbed 10.1 RPG, and dished out 4.8 APG, while Stojakovic scored 21.2 PPG and made 129 threes. In the conference finals, the two clubs played 4 memorable games. Robert Horry's last-second three-pointer helped the Lakers win Game 4 from 199, while Mike Bibby's game-winning shot won Game 5 for Sacramento at 92-91. Although Game 6 was marked by controversy owing to the Lakers' 27 fourth-quarter free throw attempts, there were a total of 19 different lead changes and 16 ties in Game 7, which ended in a 112-106 overtime triumph for Los Angeles over the Kings. So close, yet so far. Up next, the 2003-2004 Minnesota Timberwolves. The Minnesota Timberwolves won a franchise-best 58 games this season with Kevin Garnett as their MVP. Garnett finished the season with an average of 24.2 PPG, 13.9 RPG, and 5 APG. Other All-Stars, which included Sam Cassell, Latrell Sprewell, and Wally Szczerbiak, helped solidify the Timberwolves' scoring depth. After sweeping the Kings in 7 games in the conference semifinals, the Timberwolves would face the Lakers in the finals. The Kings lost in 6 games against a Lakers squad that included 4 future Hall of Famers, despite playing at Target Center, which was their home ground. Moving on to the Indiana Pacers from 2003 to 2004. In 2004, the Pacers won a franchise-best 61 games. Ron Artest was selected Defensive Player of the Year and made the All-Star team with Jermaine O'Neal. O'Neal averaged 20.1 points per game. In what was his greatest season? Well, Artest scored 18.3 PPG, 5.3 RPG, and 3.7 APG. Reggie Miller, well past his peak, averaged 10 PPG, yet led the club with 134 three-pointers. Indiana and Detroit were in a rough rivalry at the time. The Eastern Finals brought them together. The Pistons won Game 2 with a 72-67 lead despite Indiana having the home court advantage. Eventually, in one of the lowest-scoring NBA series ever, the Pistons won in 6, with Ben Wallace dominating the glass and averaging 15.5 RPG in the series. Now that's what you call a comeback. Here comes Miami Heat in 2004 to 2005. The Heat traded for Shaquille O'Neal to help Dwayne Wade in his second season. The team had to let go of Caron Butler, Lamar Odom, and Brian Grant, but it all paid off as the trade proved to be worth it after all. They won 59 games behind a resurgent O'Neal, who averaged 22.9 PPG and 10.4 RPG, while Wade averaged 24.1 PPG, 5.2 RPG, and 6.8 APG following a solid first season. The Heat were the best team by a mile in the Eastern Conference until Wade got hurt in Game 5 against Detroit. They eventually won Game 5 to take a 3-2 series lead, but Wade was rested for a potential Game 7. Despite O'Neal's 24 points and 13 rebounds, Miami lost Game 6 91-66. Wade played 43 minutes once in Game 7, but hadn't fully recovered yet, and as a result, Chauncey Billups' late free throws helped Detroit beat Wade and Co. by 88-82. Moving on to the Dallas Mavericks in 2005 to 2006, the Mavericks lost one of the worst officiated NBA Finals ever. Dirk Nowitzki led the Mavericks with 26.6 PPG, with 41% three-point shooting and 90% free throw shooting. Dallas won 60 games, but was the 4 seed due to the new playoff structure. They then faced the 63-win Spurs in the second round, and the series stretched out to 7 games. The Mavericks beat Phoenix in 6 games and advanced to the NBA Finals. Despite Steve Nash's efforts, they then won the first 2 games of the series by outplaying Miami, and it was soon to be 3 games as they had a 13-point lead with 6 minutes to go, up until Gary Payton's jumper with 9 seconds left gave Miami Game 3. The Miami star Dwayne Wade made 18 free throws and scored 42 points in Game 3. His 73 free throw attempts in the final 4 games set an NBA Finals record. Dallas simply couldn't figure out how to guard Wade, losing in 6. The next season, despite winning 67 games, Dallas was eliminated in the first round by the Golden State Warriors. Now for the Phoenix Suns in 2006 to 2007. Phoenix was a 61-win juggernaut ready for a championship run in 2007. Dirk Nowitzki earned the MVP over Steve Nash, who had won 2 consecutive MVPs from the years before. Yet Nash had averaged 18.6 points and 11.6 assists, while Stoudemire led the Suns in scoring and returned from injury with 20.4 PPG, as the club averaged 110.2 PPG. Dallas's 67 wins gave Phoenix the 2 seeds and a second-round matchup with San Antonio. Shockingly, the Spurs won Game 1 on the road, scoring 111-106. Nash scored 31 points until an elbow above his nose made him bleed so heavily that he couldn't play in the last minute. Without Nash, the Suns lost their home court advantage. Robert Horry checked Steve Nash into the boards as he ran out the clock in Game 4. On top of that, Stoudemire and Dio were suspended for Game 5 after a fight. The Suns lost Game 5 and Game 6, giving Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili 63 points. Ouch. Next, Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe Bryant won his first MVP as the Lakers reached the finals of the 2007-2008 season. The matchup could not have been any better as the 66-win Boston Celtics awaited Los Angeles. The Lakers became championship favorites after adding Pau Gasol late in the season, but to their surprise, they lost their first 2 games in Boston, placing them behind. The team then bounced back and won Game 3, 87-81, before losing Game 4, as Boston beat the Lakers 31-15 in the third quarter to win Game 4, scoring 97-91, after trailing 58-40 at halftime. After this hard-fought battle between the two teams, the Lakers won Game 5, but lost Game 6 by 39 points, with the MVP shooting 7 for 22. Finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2008 to 2009. The Cavaliers possessed the best record in the league alongside the top player LeBron James, and looked poised to win Cleveland's first NBA title. In the Eastern Conference Finals, they faced Orlando, and to put it simply, it was just a bad matchup for them. LeBron James got little to no support. Mo Williams made the All-Star squad with James, but didn't seem to play like one. Rashard Lewis's three-pointer with 14 seconds left helped Orlando beat Cleveland in Game 1, despite James scoring 49 points. Up next, Cleveland bounced back with James's last-second three-pointer, winning Game 2 for Cleveland over Orlando. But that didn't make much difference as Orlando won Games 3 and 4, as they wrapped up in Game 6 with Orlando walking away with the Eastern Conference. That's a wrap for this video. Do you have any more recommendations that you would add to this list? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like these. See you in the next one.